I was charged with real estate fraud, which is a white collar charge, and I was ordered to report to an FCI prison, which is a higher security prison. It was confusing for me because there were two prisons in Dublin, California. My husband had to drive me from Utah. They didn't have federal prisons in Utah. So we get there and the address on the paperwork says FCI, Federal Correctional Institution. And I walk into a higher security prison. There's people doing life. There's people there for violent crimes. And I was confused. So I went to the counselor and I said, hey, why am I here? My charge is white collar. Why am I not at a camp? What's my security level? And they told me my security level was really low, but the government had put a management variable on me, which meant that I had to stay at the higher security prison. So I was mad about it at first. So I did it my first year in Dublin, California. I was transferred to Waseca, Minnesota. Again, when you're in a high security prison, they chain you, they shackle you, they transfer you from place to place, and it's very uncomfortable. And I'm still confused why I'm supposed to be at a prison camp. Well, when I got to Waseca, Minnesota, I spent 3 years there, and the counselor called me in at the end of my sentence and she said, listen, your security level is so low, the management variable has expired, we're going to send you to a prison camp in California. So I was excited. I didn't know the difference between a higher security prison and a camp. I'd never been to a camp. What was crazy is they actually took me, dropped me off at an airport with no guard, no escort, and I flew myself to California. My security level was so low that I just got a taxi and they drove me right to the prison camp, and I walked into the prison camp where I spent 7 months. But here's what I found out. The prison camp is pretty boring. Like, I preferred the higher security prison because there was more going on, more programs, and I liked the structure. So I did the last little bit of my time at a camp, and then my husband drove to Victorville, California, and picked me up and brought me back to Utah to a halfway house. Well, the halfway house was the most uncomfortable. I wanted to go back to prison. I thought, man, this is the worst time that I could possibly do. But I learned how to navigate it, and 2 months later I was home. And that's a little bit about security levels. They can do whatever they want, so just hope that you get what you're, actually you just got to make the most of what they give you, because that's the best way to do your time.